Here is how to make your own very movie accurate Woody. I don't mean in sense of like toy mode, I mean like just him looking like the Woody from the film, a sort of replica in a way. Also, my dad's invited all his friends around, so if you can hear them in the background, I'm sorry. I looked around Vinted for a while until I saw this listing for £40. I decided to try and haggle with him and managed to get him for 30. You'll need a collection Woody doll, some denim, red gem sticker, these weird metal things that came with the pearl buttons, the actual pearl buttons, a retracting pull string off Etsy, or pull string ring that came with the pull string, some kind of yellow paint, I did switch it afterwards, a zip tie, or zip ties, some magnets and some other things. And here is Woody. I think he still works.
Haha! Boy, am I glad to see you!
He's all okay. I can tell he hasn't been fully weared in and played with. There's no name written on the bottom either. Oh, also, this was my first attempt at the new denim jeans. I tried to make it look like it was fading, but I don't really think it worked. So now I had my Woody and all the things to make him. So I started to make him. You have to put the boots in boiling water to be able to remove the bottom parts. Unfortunately, on one of them I accidentally cracked it, which I didn't do on my first attempt on my old Woody, but I did on this one. Then you should just be able to slide the boots off. They have this little felt thing that connects them. I decided to cut the tag off because obviously I did. And before I decided to have a go at the jeans and rip the jeans apart, I actually took his arms out so I could re-sew them and glue them in a more movie accurate position so they can be a bit more, free and floppy. Now this part is hard, so stay with me. You're going to want to take all the stitches out by any means possible and then iron them down so they're nice and flat. Then copy that onto a piece of card. Then do that for the legs. Then trace that onto the denim. Then cut it out on the denim and sew it all in the same place. I accidentally went too hard on the pen on one place and it bled through onto the ink, so I decided to leave it out to dry, but I think afterwards I just decided to make a new one because it was 1 in the morning. I was at my nan's house. And I needed to finish it. Machine sewing this would be the most efficient, but I just decided to go over it a million times by hand sewing it, and it is almost impossible to flip the legs inside out, so please be careful. I had to do this line by here, so make sure you do it nice and straight if you're hand sewing it, then sew it onto the legs. It was really weird in the manner that I did it. You can kind of see it in these photos here. I had a lot of Woody's corpse scattered across my nan's dining room table, but it was okay because in the end the result was worth it. I mean, just look at that, it was crazy. I decided to glue it onto the shirt because I'm not doing any more sewing, and then I had a crack at the buttons. I bought these pearl buttons off Amazon years ago and I decided to sand them down because I already had glue on them. Then I cut out 5 rectangles for the belt loops and they were also very precise. You got to be careful. I stuck myself with a needle a lot on these. And here's what it looked like on the Woody, and it looked incredible. I mean, just look at that denim texture, it looks phenomenal. For the vest, my granddad helped me clean it a bit, and I was going to mod it like I did on my old Woody, but then I decided that the shape was kind of already movie accurate, so I just decided to leave it. For the boots, all I had to really do was paint the spurs. This is what it first looked like. Then it came out looking like this and it was terrible, so I decided to repaint it before I tried to sell him because, I wanted to sell some good quality product. I didn't want anyone trying to send him back, For the holster, I cut the red part off and then I painted it yellow, and then I put this little silver ring on it that came from the pearl buttons that I got off Amazon. I'll try and find a link. And then I bought an 8mm red rhinestone gem sticker, and I think it looks really good. Decided to put some felt inside the hat. You have to cut a bit for the top, then you gotta try and make the felt wrap around it, and it looks a bit messy on this one, but it's gonna be on the inside. It's literally for display purposes only. Then I bought this leather cord off Amazon for like $5. I bought it years ago, but I ran out of it, and I think it looks really good and it was definitely worth the money. However, I was not able to get this pen mark off it, which was sad. Anyways, after I put the voice box in, I thought I was done. I realised his neck kind of looked a bit short. Then I looked at him on the stand and he was kind of just floating there. So I took the head back off and I decided to use the scarf from my original 2010 Mattel Woody. I had him since I was 3, so now I guess his scarf is gone, but it's alright. I'll get him a new one someday. My granddad was kind enough to hacksaw the top of the voice box off so I could glue it onto the head, and that's how I attached it to the body. I glued it up a little bit and it looks a lot better now. Also, I cut the string that was holding the badge on and I replaced it with a magnet, so now it's a bit more accurate to the newer films. Here's what he looks like next to my old Woody, and the jeans are definitely a really big improvement. I decided I might try and sell this guy, so I snapped a few pics for Vinted. And then just like that, surprisingly, within a day I sold him. I sold him to this lucky dude. Well, I guess he's lucky, you know, he got the one-of-a-kind movie-accurate Woody, you know. I sold him to him for $150 because I knew he had to pay buyer protection and shipping and stuff, and also I didn't want to be too greedy. I didn't pay that much to make him. However, more than anything, he's paying for really, like, the talent I get, not to toot my own horn or anything, but this wasn't particularly easy. I sweated it. I did it during the heat wave in my nan's house. I could have done it in my room with the aircon, but I didn't. I wanted company. And also I was sick. Wait, I probably should have disinfected him. Nah, that's fine. Anyways, I'm glad this guy's going to a good home. I hope he enjoys him. And I hope he's watching right now.